Surrounding yourself with art you love is one of life's great joys, and discovering work that resonates with you is an exciting part of the process. But let's be honest, sometimes the language used in the art world feels a bit opaque. We are going to demystify a few common terms so you can feel confident asking questions and engaging in meaningful conversations, particularly at art fairs. Let's start with medium. This is the material used by an artist and the process required to create a piece of work. It could be oil paint, photography, wood, textiles, screen print, and more. There's no pecking order here. Each medium brings something different to the look and feel of a piece. And the artists of today are working with all kinds of materials. Inevitably, this has come to include digital tools too. Digital art is an umbrella term including video art, generative art, and interactive art. You may also hear of NFTs, which stands for non-fungible tokens. This is basically a way of owning a unique digital file. Some of them come with a physical print, and others exist entirely online. If you're into animation, tech, or internet culture, it might be a space to explore. Digital art is pretty current and generally falls into the category of contemporary art. Now we're getting into time periods. Contemporary art refers to art created in the last rolling 50 years, usually by living artists. Don't confuse it with modern art, which came earlier. Today, that's roughly from the 1860s to the 1960s. For anything earlier, you might want to look elsewhere because art fairs tend to be more recent. If you're drawn to photography, prints, or digital pieces, you'll often hear talk of editions. An edition indicates that the work exists in a limited number of copies. So, if you see something labeled 4/33, that's print number 4 in an edition of 33. Smaller editions usually mean greater rarity, and this can affect their value. You might also spot AP, short for artist's proof. This is a print for the artist's personal use, but sometimes they go up for sale too. Beyond the technical stuff, it helps to have some language for what you're looking at and why it makes you feel something. Ever heard the word kitsch? Well, it usually refers to work that's considered overly sentimental or deliberately bad taste. Think velvet paintings or hyper-commercial works. Some artists use kitsch on purpose to play with ideas of high versus low art. You might also hear the term naive art thrown around. This describes work that skips over formal rules, like perspective, and is typically made by self-taught artists. It often has a direct, childlike quality. It's also referred to as outsider art or art brut. Then there's Zeitgeist, a German word meaning spirit of the time. Art that captures the mood of the moment, politically, socially, and culturally, often gets this title. Of course, there are also different styles, like abstract, which emphasizes expression and non-representational forms. And then you get figurative, which represents humans and objects more closely to how they look in real life. You might also hear scapes, attached to words that feature certain scenery, a landscape, for example. But you can also get cityscapes and seascapes and junglescapes. Once you've found something you love, you might start imagining how it will look in your space. For example, a gallery hang is clean and minimal, one artwork per wall with lots of breathing room, whereas a salon hang is more layered, multiple works grouped together edge to edge. Think curated clutter. You also get diptychs and triptychs, which is when 2 or 3 works are displayed side by side and are often designed as a set. When it comes to showing your artwork, you don't need a huge wall. Great displays can happen in any space, even on the floor or leaning against a wall. It's all about rhythm and feel. You don't need to be an expert to connect with art. Ask, what is this work made of? Can you tell me more about the artist? What inspired this piece? Is this part of a series? Forget the jargon, trust your instincts. That's what collecting is about.